So, welcome back then, guys. Let's talk a little bit about 2015. I think it was a great year. It was a great year for us because we really established ourselves filming events, and we got to do a little bit of everything, a little bit of mat sports, a little bit of cage, a little bit of ring. Really good for us. But tell us about some of the interesting things that happened for you in 2015. Colin, you kick us off. What was your highlights?
My own personal highlight was that, and my gym was getting busier and busier every month. Last year was the best year I've ever had, and I think I've been talking to enough people now in the game, as Steve would as well. Martial arts in general was doing very well as well. And we just talk about it as a business. I know the growth in martial arts far outweighed every other industry, so it was good for me. Busy on shows. Probably far too busy, really, if I'm honest with you, but that's the life we have, so yeah.
What about individual fighters? Have you got anyone of note coming through at the moment?
Well, I'm reaping the reward now of something I put in place quite a few years ago, which is I've got a nice structure in my gym now, but we actually start at 3 years old, and I'm now getting through a lot of teenagers been with 4, 5, 6 years, who are now very accomplished fighters, and I would just say, just widening it now, the junior talent in this country is fantastic, and I was one of those guys a few years ago that didn't put junior fights on my shows. I thought they were for another place, but I've changed my tune. I must admit, you'll see at least 5 or 6 junior fights on my shows, every show. I'm not talking 8 or 9 years old, no, but these are like 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old boys and girls. It's really high standard. So that from my own personal point of view was one of the highlights.
That's really nice. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't think that they always get featured, do they, juniors? Juniors in martial arts in general.
No, they don't. But their technique level is far higher. They're very brave. They will try the technique that the adult is thinking about. They will just do it.
Yeah.
Reece, 2015, a big year for you.
Yeah, it's a really good year for me. Started the first fight of the year was in March. I defended my middleweight world title. I won by a second round knockout, and then went on. I won the super middleweight world title at Wembley Arena at the first round knockout. And she went got better from there, really.
Excellent.
What a year! Anyone would have a job to top that, wouldn't they, in terms of personal achievement?
Definitely.
Star as well.
Yeah, 2 knockouts. Yeah.
Steve, what about you? I mean, you're obviously, for those of you that don't know, you're Reece's coach.
Well, last year was a good year. I bought my 4th Aston Martin. No, I'm joking. Only the little toy ones, you know.
Yeah.
No, seriously. As Reece, obviously the pinnacle, winning the second world title last year, defending it and winning another one. Then, obviously, changed to a new gym.
Yeah, this is a great facility. We'll talk to you about that a bit.
Yeah, the big sort of upheaval for good, you know.
Yeah.
On top of that, you know, we've sort of partnered up with Alan with the IBA, so we're doing with the boxing as well. The boxing at the new gym has gone from strength to strength, and is really surpassing the kickboxing. Really, that's not to say the kickboxing isn't still here. Obviously, we've got world champion here, and you know, and we've had world champions, and hopefully we'll continue to have more world champions. But the boxing has gone really strong, and you know, with the IBA, really, we're sort of pushing forward. So
that's good.
Yeah.
So IBA, Alan, that's you.
Well, yeah, I mean,
what was your 2015 like?
Really good. I mean, 2 things really stick to mind. Is that in 2015 we started to license our fighters, and we took a thing that I've been trying to get many years was an insurance bond, like to insure the fighters when they fight in the ring. It took me some years to get it, but I finally succeeded, and it was quite expensive. But now the fighters get licensed, and when they're licensed, they then are insured to fight. It's nothing to do with public liability. They're insured against injury, you know, permanent disability, and even, you know, God forbid, you know, we put all the top safety measures in, but they are insured against death in the, you know, which you don't want to talk about, but you've got to face the facts. Like the Boxing Board of Control have got it for their fighters, the IBA's got it for their fighters. So that was one of the main things. So we're licensing up now, and it's good. But then joining forces with Steve and Geoff, which I found was a remarkable way that it came. It was meant to be, and we done our first show together in November, and it was pretty much a sellout at the Circus Tavern, and we're on to our second one now.
It's almost like full circle, isn't it?
Yeah.
We go back to mid 80s or well, no, a bit like 90 it was when we done the Epping Forest Country Club, wasn't it?
You know, it was like Steve. When I was promoting in the Epping Forest Country Club, I said to Steve and Geoff, I said, why don't you boys promote the kickboxing, which I forgot, which started them off. And when the country club stopped functioning, Steve and that went to me, why don't you come to the Circus Tavern? So, because we go back a long way, it's kind of, but getting back to 2015, we've got possibly nearly 800 to the, probably just under 1,000 fighters across the country. We've got Ireland, Belfast, North Essex, you know, Colchester, right the way up and through. I see a lot of people in the game now, which is fair enough. We just look forward, do our thing. So it's been a big 2015. So we want to take it into 2000. The new gym. I mean, you know, I've took Steve's old place as he's progressed here, and that's going to be strictly boxing and strength and conditioning for pros, semi-pros, white collar fighters. And I've got Paul Cook, trainer of world champions, as the head boxing coach down there. And I've got a couple of good strength coaches around me. So we open in 2 weeks, second week in March, so it's a bit more than that. So a lot of things have been happening.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So, Maisie, what do you reckon the highlight for us was in 2015? Hard to say because we had lots of different things on, but something that's really stood out for us.
I think for us, moving into mat sports more, getting more mat sports on board, because I don't know. I think when we started out a few years ago, people thought, ring sports. You know, I'm doing a ring show, I'm doing a boxing show, I'm doing a kickboxing show. Will you come film my show? But I think when we kind of proved to everybody that we weren't into the politics of martial arts, and they said we'll film anything, we don't mind what it is. So I think really that was it for us, or in my opinion anyway.
Yeah, and I think the Kokushingai guys started that off for us, didn't they? They were the first people to get us there to film their shows, and then the BKF jumped on board, and then the ITF, the Taekwondo guys. So yeah, it's a real change, not a change of direction, but an additional direction for us, isn't it?
Which is what we wanted, isn't it?
Don't get into politics.
No, absolutely.
Never.
That ruins it.
Here we are, start of February 2016.
Okay.
Having chatted to you all beforehand, I know that you've all got some exciting stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Let's start off with you, Alan, because you're the most eager to tell us all about what's happening in 2016.
Well, at present I'm working on 7 shows. Right, first show's 27th of February up to March 19th. So we're working on 7 shows in a space of about 5 weeks. Steve and Geoff's with me on the March the 11th show, which is a joint co-promotion, which is fantastic. So we're at West Ham Football Ground, which is great, before the ground shuts. We're actually got 2 shows booked, March 19th and April 16th in the Legends Bar, where we're going to hold 2 boxing events, which are pretty much sold out now. So it's busy. Then we break July and August, and we come back late part of September, and we plan to put on, where we thought, a couple of shows a year. It's looking like we're going to be going maybe 4, minimum 4, possibly more.
Yeah.
And bringing the martial arts in, Steve. What do you think?
Yeah,
you know, the K1. We're getting a lot of people contacting us now. From abroad, I've got good contacts now in Romania and Lithuania, and people are giving us fighters. We've got a show on March the 18th called Welcome to the Thunderdome, and I think the best part of those fighters are Eastern European guys. So it's the way forward.
You need to stream that event then. You need to live stream it to Poland.
Yeah. Well, they're talking about Romanian TV, because one of the guys, their main man, is a guy called Catalin Zaramescu. I manage him. He's an MMA fighter and a K1 fighter. He's now got to the end of his career. But in Romania, he's a very well known for reality TV and this type of thing, got massive following. But he's now started his own studio, his own facility, and he's just pushing fighters through. You know, so I said to Steve today, and obviously, you know, we need now to look at this K1 and MMA, and you know, we can diversify it out big time.
So you've got some exciting stuff coming up.
Exciting stuff, yeah.
So Colin, you're sort of wearing 2 hats with this, aren't you? You're a gym owner, you're you push your own fighters out, but also you're joint coordinator for Europe with the IKF.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, like it's all really. I'm involved in sort of more than one aspect. Personally, for us, I mean, this year I only come to attention a couple of months ago. March 2016 we'll see the 20th anniversary of our first show at the Casino Rooms down in Rochester, which has been our one constant venue all the way through. So we're going to make a bit of fuss about that. I mean, Steve and I have probably done a similar number of shows over the years. Alan probably lost count about 10 years ago, but but you know that's quite a big thing for us. I'm pleased, and it's I've been talking to quite a few people trying to get some pictures in of old shows because I've forgotten most of them. And I've had some real good memories jogged me over the last few weeks when we've been getting things sent through to me. So I'm hoping the May show I can make a bit of fuss out of that, and we can get a few old mates back down there as well. That'd be nice.
Sounds good.
IKF wise, I mean we're busy. I mean I'm gonna sort of trying not to go around every show if I can help it, but I'm officiating a lot of shows, and listen, I enjoy it, so I'm not going to say I don't enjoy it. So yeah, we're busy.
Sounds good. So Reece, I mean, I know we spoke a little while ago, and you said can't give you too much information, but let's push you for a little bit. Tell us what you can about what might be happening for you.
Amos Sebastian's got another show coming up on the 18th of September. His Super Fighter Series show. He's got a big name coming over, but I can't announce it because he's the one that's going to announce the fight.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, it's going to be really good for me.
It's Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Boxing, isn't she, Reece?
Yeah, I'm boxing.
What's the date of that, Reece?
I think it's the 18th of September. I think.
18th September. So we need to watch the press and watch, especially the martial arts press, for an announcement from Amir about your opponent.
It's going to be big.
And also, I'm boxing on Alan and Steve and Geoff show on the 11th of March. It's the first time I've boxed as well. Managed to keep busy.
Keep your hand in, as it were.
Keep his hands up. No.
Keep your knees down.
I'm sure he will.
And hands up,
So we've got quite a busy start to the year, haven't we? We're at Raw next weekend. Was it Watford or Watford Coliseum?
Not next weekend, is it?
What is Raw, Richard?
It's a Thai show, Muay Thai show.
Okay.
Christian Knowles. So that's the 13th of February. We did one show for him last year, which was really good.
Yep, we did. Yep.
So he's got another one. Then on the go on.
What date's that? That's the 13th.
That's 13th. It's my birthday.
Birthday show for you.
Yeah.
We've got a boxing show after that, haven't we?
Yeah.
On the 20th, which I think is Danny Morgan.
Danny Morgan,
right?
Danny Morgan Golden Gloves promotion,
Yep. We're all over the place, aren't we? And then we're back to Norwich for Contenders Norwich.
It's on the 27th.
On the 27th, yep. Is that it for February, isn't it?
Yeah, it's it for February. We've got the Quan Grand Slam on the 13th of March. That should be a good one. Like I said, we're going semi-like continuous points, but
At Sports,
Mat Sports. Hopefully that'll be good. So yeah, it's all looking quite healthy for all of
we've
us.
got Thai, boxing, K1, MMA, and Mat Sports all in the space of 3 or 4 weeks. So.
You just said a word there. Many years ago, I promoted a show in 1989. It was a massive kickboxing. Brought the Americans over, and they made a film called Just for Kicks.
Yeah.
Independent company. Anyway, cut a long story short, one of the sponsors was a guy, Quan, was his company, and he supplied the actual fight equipment.
The German one.
Yeah, and the logo was a fist. Is that the same people?
It's the same people, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, that
Same
just shows
logo.
you, he must have been some type of distributor back in the day. But Nigel Benn done me a big favour, and he put the Quan logo on the back of his gown when he fought at the Kelvin Hall in Glasgow.
Yeah.
And it was televised. That's a little bit of history. And I'd done a deal with the guy who done Quan, and all Nigel wanted, and Brian Lynch, was some equipment and I used to do Quan trainers.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They still do it, I think.
They still do it?
Yeah.
And he come bouncing out, Nigel. He was piped by the Royal Scots Fusiliers. And then as he turned round, we were all waiting, and the mobile phone to him was about this big.
Yeah.
Right? And as he bounced round the ring, the Quan symbol come up, and he'd done exactly what he said, and the guy who ran it was a distributor for Quan. But they're still going. It was interesting that you
the,
brought that up.
the thing I mentioned is the Quan Grand Slam series, isn't it? They have
is it 3 or 4 they do every single year? So.
Do they still have the equipment, Richard?
Yeah, they're a big supplier. Big supplier. Yeah.
Showed up the early days then. Yeah. And Bay Logan days, is he still about?
I spoke to him the other day.
No, really?
Yeah, he's in Hong Kong.
Go on, mate.
He's in the film business now, though, isn't he? He's just finished Crouching Tiger.
No.
Hidden Dragon, was it called? What it's called? Part 2. Yeah.
Had learned to fly to them.
And I had a good chat with him the other day. He rang me up.
Really?
Yeah. Bay Logan,
He said, like, how's Alan doing, didn't he?
So
I'm not starring in that film. Crouching Tiger number 12.
He
Doing
works.
anything.
He actually
I've got a couple of jumps for him to do.
he's quite heavily involved with Donnie Yen.
yeah.
Donnie Yen, so he does stuff. And when Tyson recently done the Hitman 45 or what as well, Tyson was in it. When then Tyson fights Donnie Yen, supposed to be Hitman.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks guys for being in our first edition.
Great.
So what?
Um,
Been lovely.
We hope it's going to be a monthly thing that we put on from all over the country. But for a first show, I think,
I think it's been a great success.
So thanks a lot.
No problem.
Just leave the money on the thing as you go out there.
Yeah.
We'll sort that out.
If you need any other gyms,
Yeah.
boxing, whatever,
Yeah.
for more format,
So yeah,
I can get you some right characters
Yeah.
down at Essex Fight Academy.
All right.
So on that side of it, so let me know.
Yeah, brilliant.
We've come to that point in the show where we take a break from the talking and take a look at some clips sent in by you, our viewers at home.
Hey guys, going to show an armbar defense today that I've been working on for a while. I haven't been armbarred in competition in over a year with this defense, and also it makes it really hard for my training partners at the academy to finish me as well. So Ben's going to have me in an armbar, and he'll be collecting my right arm. So what I want to do is take that same arm and grab my own lapel on the opposite side. The deeper the better. Ben, if you can move this just to show. So the deeper I can get this, the better. Now with my opposite side arm, I'm going to go underneath that arm and grab my lapel in the same fashion. Once again, the deeper the better. Once I've got these grips, I want my elbows to go to my ribs. Now that I'm here, Ben, you can throw that leg over. If he tries to finish, go ahead and finish. He's not going to be able to get it. All right, so now I'm going to show you how the defense works in real time. Ben's going to try to finish the armbar. All right, Ben, give it everything you got. It's unbreakable.
Hold it. You're going back when I hit, man. Just keep it right there, bro. Don't let it move. Just keep it right there. Hoosa! 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 You're going back here. You can't move at all, bro. I mean, you can't. See how you moved a little? Your foot went back a little? All right. Hoosa! 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 You didn't move at all.
Oh my. I love to see martial artists not taking themselves too seriously. Remember, if you have anything that's amazing, entertaining, or perhaps just unusual, point it in our direction and we may feature it in our future episode. Martial arts related, of course. Take it away, Maisie.
Thanks, Rich. Can you believe we've almost come to the end of our first show? Well, before we wrap up, here's a look at what's happening over the next month or so. Don't forget, if you would like to take part in a future edition, or even if you'd like to host the Neutral Corner at your gym, please get in touch with us via the contact details on your screen now.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to send us some feedback, and we look forward to seeing you next time.